face. Put the cushions back. So essentially our full bathroom compresses down to 6 inches, which is really incredible.
Good morning! We spent the last few days getting all the major pieces of the shower in place. That was a huge job.
Yeah.
Huge. But we had to take a little break because we ordered a bunch of the smaller pieces for the shower. We had to wait for those to come in. We have things like a swinging shower curtain, a towel bar, our shower head, all that little stuff that's gonna go inside. Now that all of that is here, we can finally finish up this design. That's what we're gonna do today, and then the shower will be done.
Yep, let's get to it because there's a bunch of weird little jobs to do.
Okay, you want to do the water test?
Yeah. Let's see if this adapter we bought.
Oh, see if any of that's leaking before we
put it in.
put it up there. Okay, that's fine.
Hot.
Good water pressure too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Check it after a few drives.
Let's figure out where to mount this bad boy.
What you got?
It's a curtain rod that swings out. Ultimately, I think I want to do a door in here, like plexi, but for now we're going to do this. And then, well, I just need a little gap up there. And then it'll swing out. Hard for me to hold it and pretend and actually use it. And then this goes to where we need it to go. And push it in. Maybe I'll show you after we screw it into the wall.
Really good size. We're gonna have to trim the length, I think.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I think you want it to be extra long so it doesn't have a chance of coming out. No, it looks perfect lengthwise.
So, it'll sit against there. This can dry in there when you're not using it.
Uh-huh.
And then you swing it over. Extend that.
Bam.
Pull it over.
Bam, look at that.
Yeah, you're right, it is a good length.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So then you can wrap it around. This has a little lip on it, so the curtain tucks into it.
Hello. That's pretty cool. Curtain's kind of nice too. It's not our first choice, but the one benefit is like if you bump, you know, you got a little more like elbow space.
Another addition to the shower is a towel bar, like a foldable towel bar, because I'm really tired of having wet dish towels in the kitchen and I wanted a place to hang them and dry them. There's also been many times when we come back from a hike and we got caught in the rain or the snow and everything you have on is wet. You can also dry off your towel after a shower or your washcloth.
Pretty slick.
It's It just folds right down.
Yep. Just like the shower rod, it just goes away.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. You can dry off your bath towel while you're waiting for the shower curtain to dry off, and then close it all up, put the shower away.
The upgrade would be if this also extended.
An upgrade would be if it was a warming towel bar.
We'll work on it. I'm super excited with how it's turning out. It's going pretty smooth on the install. We did like run through a million versions and theories of this, so I guess we vetted out a lot of the problems, but I thought we'd have more hang-ups as we installed, but so far pretty good. Other than the piece of wood not wanting to go into the wall, which was a little stubborn, everything's gone pretty smooth and it's turning out even better than I hoped. See you later. There's a little 16th to 8th gap on this side, obviously, so the wall can slide. But I'm gonna put this weathering stripping on there. Should keep any water in. It'll kind of cover that little bit of a gap. The key is you don't want it to affect the wall sliding too much.
Trying not to go too far over so it...
Yeah, doesn't really hit the wall too much. A little bit that way. It's good though. No, not too much.
It's good?
Yeah, I don't think it might be like a little bit, but not bad.
We got a squeaky wheel or something.
Yeah, really the whole thing of this is working pretty well. The only way we're gonna get it better is if we add more wheels, like here and here, so that it can't turn on itself.
I think we might have to do that.
But for now, it's more than workable. Like, it goes, you know. Like, I'm not having to try real hard. So I got one finger on it. And it kind of just locks in at the end. It'll probably take a few iterations to be like super smooth, but honestly, pretty good. Okay, we're one bumper away from testing the couch part, the
So
table on the couch. It is exciting. We haven't actually seen the couch like set up in here yet. I think we kind of did it with the top of the water tank the one time, but this is the real deal.
It's getting late, but we're really pushing for that moment when we can put the table in here and put our cushions on the couch. We can do it.
Yeah.
We can get it done tonight.
Get that done, we can do the other tricky stuff later.
I have to make sure that I'm screwing this bumper into the framing of the booth and not the hinged lid. This opens. So if you screw into that, it won't open anymore. So the bumper has to be pretty big so that I can get into that framing because it's kind of low.
Yeah, easier than metal, huh?
So much easier.
All right, let's see if the table goes on. Center the couch piece. There we go. Bam. Eventually this will be the table that comes up, so you have a nice table to sit at, whether you're working or eating. But it'll be nice. There'll be another like designed layer of wood above it, which will thicken it, strengthen it, but also it'll look nice. But for now, we just have the piece of plywood. It's the base of it. Savannah, what's in the box?
This is super exciting. I've been waiting the whole shower build to get this in there because this is our toilet. Let me show you. This is different from any other build. We haven't used a toilet like this. Woo!
I'm excited. I've never seen this.
Ooh.
This has been sitting. I've been waiting to get this out of the box forever.
This has been in our workshop for a few months and I didn't unbox it because I was waiting for this moment. This is the toilet that we chose for this build, and this is completely different than any other toilet that we've had. This is the Trelino composting toilet size large. When we were researching all of the different toilet options and deciding what we were going to use in the Unimog, we made the choice to go for a composting toilet. Now, we've never had a composting toilet before. We've always used cassette toilets. And in general, we prefer to use public restrooms or leave no trace when you're in the wild. Essentially, digging a hole. We would really only use our toilets for if we had to pee in the middle of the night, or if we were camped in a city, couldn't get to a restroom, that sort of thing. But more and more in recent years, there's been a lot more people traveling on public lands, using these wild spaces, and we decided that we wanted to have an option in the Unimog, essentially to just not put more stress on sensitive environments where leave no trace isn't really an option anymore. A composting toilet is the way that we decided to go, and this Trelino toilet was so intriguing. We approached the company and they did send us this toilet to try, but this was the one that we picked out, the one that we really wanted to use, and that's because of its simplicity. You have the top on it, and there's a spot for urine, a spot for feces, and then you have the corresponding jugs for each one. Both have lids, little handles so you can dump them, and it really doesn't get simpler than that. There's really nothing super fancy about it. It seems very easy to clean. There is a soft close lid. Very exciting. But sometimes the name of the game is simplicity, and you don't need to make things more complicated. But right now, I'm just excited to see it in the space. It's gonna sit permanently in the shower. Movable wall goes right over top of it, so we won't have to move it around. We'll be able to remove it if we want to when we shower, but you don't have to. It's waterproof, you could sit on it to shower. But the cool thing is that this toilet will be underneath the end of the couch when the shower is closed, so you can still use it. You don't have to open up the whole shower just to use the toilet. And when the shower is open, obviously it's sitting in there, so you can use it then too. This is probably the component with the least setup possible. Literally all we have to do is set it in there. Only time to get it in here. So it opens this way. So this. And then the wall.
Oh baby, here we go. Couch is about to get set up for the first time. What? Oh, this is exciting. Finally starting to look like our house.
There are cushions.
Okay, this one goes here, yeah. Eventually this will be able to hinge up. That's next, but first we're gonna get this set up. This, which will be our table eventually. Just be plywood for now. Okay, well I know what all these ones do, so we can start there.
You just have to remember which way they go. Are you so excited right
I am
now?
super excited. Oh my gosh. I think they just kind of mirror each other.
That,
Yeah, I think that's right.
all these over.
Okay, I was like, it's not quite reaching.
And then
Now
that
it's
goes
really squished.
behind it.
Woo! Giant couch!
Do you see the size of this couch? We have a 12-foot box. This couch is huge.
Oh, baby. Oh, this is my happy place. I don't even reach.
You got a few inches
It's
of
like-
room at the end.
If you take that cushion, it's like 6'8", I think. Yeah, this is incredible. You want to try it?
Can I sit down? We can sit on opposite ends of the couch and not even touch each other.
All right, so the box is obviously smaller than the bus was. But with this redesign, which I took so much time on, the couch is bigger, the guest bed is bigger, and the booth, when you're sitting 4 people, is 2 inches wider for each person to sit on.
We got some little visitors.
Hi, buddy.
We have doggy steps now because of Mateo's injury.
They got a brand new couch.
Hi, bud. Do you love it? Do you guys love
Oh my
it?
gosh. This is amazing. It worked.
This corner is heavy.
I know.
Like, you can curl
So
up over
comfy.
here. Oh my god.
This is why all the crazy engineering for this shower thing pays off, because now we have this humongous couch. Oh my gosh.
He's so excited.
I know.
He's just rolling.
Well, he should be. He's been... What the heck is that? Pablo?
You need to get a toy. Get a toy.
And it's super solid. Like, this doesn't feel like there's wheels.
No.
It doesn't feel like you're on wheels over here. Like, you don't feel anything. It just feels like it's a normal booth. The board under here actually locks the wall in more. It doesn't feel like there's any, like, movement. The installation went really well.
I can't believe that I'm sitting on this thing right now.
Today we're finishing up some of the last parts of the shower and couch, and that means finishing this end of the booth. I need to cut a few holes for the outlet boxes so we can have some outlets right here. As well, this vent is going to go on the face of this. It gets pretty warm in there when the shore power charger is going at full blast, so I just want to allow a little more ventilation to let that heat out. If we need any more after, we'll add more, but I think that should do it. Just got to mark some stuff, take this off, cut some holes, bring it back. Okay, got your new outlets, give them a shot.
There it is.
Good to go.
That one's good. And then the USB one. There it is.
Nice.
You can charge either way. Probably for laptops, the iPad, and then phones, cameras, that sort of thing.
Perfect.
They're both working. We just got the entire shower area sealed up with some Sika adhesive sealant. So we went all around the edges of the shower pan, the half wall. So now that area is completely waterproofed, but we have a few small little projects that we've kind of been putting off that will completely finish up the shower, couch, booth, multi-purpose area. Basically the entire front of our box.
Yeah, our living room, our bathroom. It's just installing a lot of the mechanical parts now to make everything work a little easier. As it sits now, this board is just sitting on top of that. We're going to see if we can figure out a way to hinge it so you don't have to physically remove it every time. Not a big deal, but it'd be easier if you could just flip it up. A couple more little things just with the sliding wall. We're going to give that a test. Prototype 1.0. Pretty happy with it so far. I imagine we'll keep tweaking this over time.
Definitely.
To get it like really smooth, but for the time being I'm definitely happy with how it's functioning, and we're just going to go with it because we have a lot of other projects to move on to, and we can perfect it later.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up this shower today. We'll just take the cutoff wheel and cut that off so it's flush with the top and we don't have these crazy screws sticking up onto this little shelf. Should work out. I don't really know, besides tapping this plate and putting a machine screw in, I don't really know what else you could do here.
No screws up here anymore, chop those off, so that works. Same underneath here, so now it will actually slide over the half wall. Should function properly.
We got one of these kind of outdoor, like quick grip mounts. It's just a tension thing, but it's rubber and it's waterproof. The holder that came with it is this, and it's absolutely terrible. That will never hold in here. As soon as we start driving, it'll fall off of this. So we got this. We're gonna glue it and screw it into the wall.
One little dab on the wall there.
Very little. Swing that way to lock or this way to lock.
Yeah, it's easier to operate right there, right?
Yep. This is a big moment. A really, really big moment. Gonna hang the first coat up on the hook.
Nice.
This is what you work for, you know. This is why we do what we do.
Yeah, yours actually fits. Mine's gonna hang too low, I'm sure. Nice.
It's a good feeling.
That's cool. Finally, after almost a year of design and revision and finally putting it together, we have our couch that is also our shower. Been working on this a long time. It's awesome to see it come to life. This is the first prototype. It's working pretty well. I have a few tweaks I'm probably gonna do going forward, but it's definitely functional. So we're gonna kind of walk you through the different versions of this. As you can see right now, it is closed off. So we have our nice big couch here. This little accent wall behind me is actually the secret shower that's hidden within there. The biggest thing with this design is it's a huge space saver and it utilizes space that wouldn't otherwise be utilized. When it's closed, this wall is only 6 inches wide, so essentially our full bathroom compresses down to 6 inches, which is really incredible. In the past, you guys may have seen our couch booth bed design. That just wasn't enough, so we had to now add a shower to it. On top of it, we've actually made a larger couch, a larger booth, and a larger guest bed. The thing that really made it work is this sliding wall that basically eliminates the shower 99% of the time. So right now we have the shower closed and we have this nice big couch. This is how it's going to be almost all the time, which is really why we wanted to eliminate the permanent static bathroom. This couch is huge. I can fully lay down on it. I'm 6'2". I can lay down and still have room for my feet. Just like in past designs, the table in the center lifts up to create either a 2-person or 4-person booth. With the couch being a bit deeper than our last couch, you actually have a more comfortable booth to sit at. The seats are a bit wider. So somehow we've managed to get everything larger and more comfortable and save space and add the shower. Couch also turns into a pretty large guest bed. In the past, we had kind of sliding fronts on booth ends to create that bed. We had different obstacles in this design, so what we came up with was a moving ottoman. So the back corner of the couch is basically a rectangle that can be lifted out. The ottoman has a slide out feature, which actually doubles the size to fill in the gap, as well as the static booth end has a sliding top similar to our last design that will fill in the gap once you remove the ottoman. This extends everything out to create an even larger guest bed than we've had in the past. It's about the size of a standard twin size bed, so pretty darn good for something in a camper this small. you're ready for the shower, it's actually a pretty quick setup process. First thing is you move the cushions out of the way. There's a door that swings open on hinges. There's a flip up top also on hinges, which attaches to the sliding wall. Then you're ready to disengage the lock, and you can slide the whole wall over. It's on rails on the bottom, and then there's a track in the ceiling that keeps it guided. Once you've slid over the movable wall, you reveal all the shower components hidden within that wall, as well as a shower pan that is permanently installed underneath the booth end. There's a composting toilet, so it has everything you need. Curtain flips out to cover up the gap, and you're ready for a shower. One of the hurdles in this design was making everything usable without having to break the couch down. So the original thought was the whole thing would move, but we revised that to just make the wall move, and that opened up a lot of things for us. First thing is the toilet is always accessible even without doing a full bathroom setup. You swing open the face, flip the hinge top, and you can use the toilet whenever you want. So how do you have a wall move with a toilet in the way? So basically we came up with an arched doorway. There's two legs that go down. Those are on wheels that support the wall. That leaves a nice open gap so you don't have to remove the toilet to set up the shower. So you can use the toilet with the shower open or closed, and you don't have to move it around. Hello. Look, it's a pretty good sized shower. It's still over 6'2" in here. You did a good job. Good, I'm done. That's enough shower for me.